tiny penis. This one's dirty. This is a family series, I thought. Guys, in my last video, we were talking about the great creators. There were many ways to create. We had the Easter Bunny and we had the Genghis Khan. Different ways of procreating. Now, we're going back to the beginning, the original, the OG creator, God. You may have your various gods. I have mine. Well, I have my beliefs. You have yours. Let's keep it at that. We're doing Adam and Eve. Let's hit it, guys. Oh, I like this. This one's got a nice beat to it, guys. Got a little bit of a man bod Adam. Oh my God! It's wait. Guys, this is for the kids out there. This is an OG YouTuber named Jenna Marbles. She was big back in the day, but once actual talent entered into the field, she disappeared because it turns out she was too ugly and talentless. She went the way of the Sony Walkman. But, you know, again, creators, we're talking about pioneers this week, guys. We're talking about pioneers get scalped.
This battle's gonna end like every argument does. With you kids on my ass, I'm begging me for a rub. I made a map, motherfucker. And
Whoa. Coming in way too hard. She's now, is this biblically accurate? Did Adam and Eve actually well, I guess they had to have sex, right? Because they created Cain and Abel. But I can't remember if the Bible ever went into whether they're like, you know, what was the, because I'm not clear on if they were married. Were Adam and Eve married? Or was it friends with benefits? Or even that? Or did they just have sex because God ordered them to? I have some questions here. And Rub is like, you know, massage parlor. We all know those types of establishments. I mean, no as in aware of the existence, not, you know, inside knowledge or anything like that. She made a map. Nachos. Are nachos like an ancient food? I guess they would be. They're pretty simple. But it might not quite be the same type of nachos that we're used to. All right. She works? How does she work? Well, she said that she was on her knees, so she might have been gardening. It's one of those arguments that, like, housework is actual work. Wait. So she's accusing Adam of being gay and saying he has a boyfriend named Steve. So we're being loose with biblical interpretation here. She's saying, so him and Steve, I don't think there was someone named Steve. Pretty sure this is made up. But like, and I don't, drinking and playing sports, I guess they could have, I'd be interesting to know what kind of primitive sports they had, you know, involving like rocks and sticks. Oh, speaking of which, she has something about a stick coming up. Okay, hold on. So she's naming all these things that didn't exist back then. So it's more like a metaphor, this one. I guess. They're saying like, she's saying like, you know, basically she's saying I'm do the work and you mess around. Right? Like these are supposed to be stand-ins for like, you know, collecting, maybe hunting, building shelters out of leaves and twigs. And I don't know how much because it seems like they were on like a personal face-to-face relationship with God, which makes sense since they were the only humans. It's like God, it's like when you're starting a company and you're a boss, it's very easy early on to have a closer relationship on the ground level with the employees. But once the organization gets too big, you just don't have the time to spend and get that personal. You kind of have to cede over some of the duties, some of the busy work to underlings. I imagine that's as humanity got bigger and bigger, God was just like, there's too many of them. I can't, you know, he probably has like a system of sorting prayers. Oh, so Adam's coming at her femininity and saying, you know, you complain and you say you're hot and then you're cold, you know, because women, guys, they're not like me and you. You know, guys tend to be more stoic. These are just stereotypes, but the stereotype is that guys tend to be a little bit more stoic. You know, they if they can't order their Ant-Man Quantumania Funko Pops, if they can't get overnight shipping on that with Amazon, they don't they're pissed, but they don't necessarily complain about it, right? That's the difference between men and women. Whoa. Blowing out her, airing some dirty laundry here. Goodness gracious. But to be fair, you know, some things are worth the wait. The longer, what's the saying? The longer the build up, the more the anticipation, the better the payoff, right? Like when I saw Avatar 2, it was like 12 years of waiting. And it was orgasmic in IMAX 3D. The packed crowd. Now you're exaggerating there, Adam. She doesn't take 3 hours to get dressed. Unless we're counting makeup. I'm not sure. Again, we're being metaphorical here. I don't think Eve had any actual creams or lotions. Unless we were getting really creative with like plant gel and some strange ancient remedies. That the Bible just didn't cover because it's big enough. It can't go into every detail. And some things also tend to be lost to history. And history is also written by the winners. And let's face it, Adam and Eve. Eve was ultimately the loser because she was the one who betrayed God and ate the apple, right? She got seduced by the snake. I'm waiting for Adam to bring that up because that's his biggest flex, to be honest. Not, saying as she takes, long to get dressed. These are trivial criticisms, really. Jeez. Oh, so Adam was sort of like a little bit of a little ancient MMA, right? He's kind of going his own way here. He's getting a little bit. He's kind of really getting angry at her for what do you say? He's saying your junk starts bleeding and you turn into a demon. Man. Jeez. Why don't you just say her pussy stinks while you're at it? Oh, get him, girlfriend. Oh, she's kind of slaying. Tiny penis. This one's dirty. This is a family series, I thought.
Shave your own back. That apple's the best thing. Just have a pine needle. You want a long time? Have it. In fact, suck your own dick and shave your own back. That apple's the best thing I've been so far. Now I see how much of a dick you are.
I wasn't listening. Are you still flapping those lips? I was just thinking, yo, did I give up a rib for this? Woman, I just don't know what your problem is. All I know is you're acting like a colossal bitch. I'm sorry.
Sorry, too.
Oh,
Don't even think about it.
That's fine, we could eat.
oh, he tried to put the moves on her. Guys, I don't want to criticize ERB, but we got that one was a little bit underwhelming because we didn't even talk about that snake or the apple. Well, she said the apple's the best thing I bit, but Adam just like focused on her being a woman. Adam was just like going Andrew Tate on her. What about the freaking what about her betrayal of all mankind? What about that? What about the feminine betrayal of mankind? Why aren't we bringing that up? And, you know, they could have brought up their children, said, you were a shitty father. No wonder Cain killed his brother. You know. Cain was always your favorite. These are just some of the ideas that I had, just off the top of my head. You know, at the end, he apologized, but then he was really just trying to have an excuse to make some hanky-panky with her. So maybe that was his strat the whole battle. Maybe he was like negging her. There's a lot of layers. There might be more layers to this one than I'm appreciating. We might have to go back and revisit this one. But as it is right now, I see some major holes from Adam's perspective, so I'm going to give it to Eve, right? Who was also a strange choice because her hair was like clearly dyed. You would have thought you would get somebody with more natural hair color, more periods. ERB is usually so good with the historical accuracy in costumes, right? Like when we did but yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to call this one for Eve. You know, in this era, since we're kind of going back and revisiting history and showing how actually the idea that there's always been women in the shadows, right? So I guess it makes sense to go straight back to the beginning and recontextualize and re-examine the original story, Adam versus Eve, Adam and Eve, and find that maybe actually that Eve, you know, she ate the apple, but Adam was kind of shitty about it. Adam was like a little bit patriarchal. And what was God doing also in that situation, right? Because let's see how it really played out. I mean, she ate the apple because the snake told her to. She was tricked by the devil, the ultimate trickster. And then Adam and God sort of conspired behind the scenes to pin the blame on her. I'm not even convinced that's really how it went down. Because as I said, history is written by the winners. So we got to recontextualize every story, guys. And any story you've ever heard where a woman was in the wrong, we got to revisit it, right? And that's a good thing. Man, so much in these rap battles. I thought I was just gonna, react to some fun rap battles, but somehow we always end up going off on some intellectual pursuits, some these end up a little bit weightier than I had planned. Victory. Eve. No last name. We should really come up with a last name for Adam and Eve. Maybe Smith. Adam Smith. Eve Smith. Well, Eve would go by her maiden name because I'm not sure if they were married.